Hi there, this is Sheena, and I tried to get a hold of you. I'm not sure if I have the correct phone number. It just kept on ringing. But I want to be able to introduce to you myself. My name is Sheena, and I help real estate investors across the nation to be able to ramp up their online presence. I see that you have just recently launched, around a year ago, you've just recently launched your online assets, your website and your social media. And I want to be able to help out ramp it up. I know there's a lot of bigger investors out there who's able to help a lot of sellers just because they have ramped up their online presence, and that's not my passion. My passion is to be able to help startup investors. If you're not a startup but you're starting up your online presence, then I want to be able to help you ramp up your online presence so that you will be more visible. Because I kid you not, there's a lot of sellers out there who are looking for genuine people like you who are able to help them out, right? So we're done with giving all of those leads to the bigger companies, and it's time for us to be able to give this opportunity for the newer or investors who has newly launched your online business. So let me go ahead and get right to it. There are three things that I will be discussing, and that will be your Google Business Profile, which you already have, including your competitions, your top competitions Google Business Profile, yours and your competition's website, and of course the performance behind this all. So first things first, if I search we buy houses Arlington, I know that your target market for right now is Arlington. All investors want to be able to, of course, as much as possible, dominate every area, every state in the country, but it always starts with one, right? So you're doing a great job focusing on Arlington for right now. So I'm going to discuss this Google Map Pack. This is the area where, if you are placed in this top three, of course, you are competing with all the other uh, investors in that area. But if you are in that top three, 30% of your business will come from this area. And there's a study by Backlinko, it's one of the top SEO websites, as to where they studied over 12 million searches, Google searches, which is the world's number one search engine all throughout the world. And they studied all those searches, and they found that being on top of the search, when for example I searched this, right? So of course these ads are there, but the attention really goes to the top part here, but mostly of course the organic ones, right? So this is usually the attention. 72% they get the clicks here, right? Especially if you have all of these, unless the reviews are not looking good, and they checked into it and it's not the business that they're looking for, then that's a time people will click. But for the most part, 72% of the time, this part will be clicked, right? This part is, the most that will get the business. Then secondly, of course, this part right here. So this is ad, of course, you pay per click, but this one is organic. Usually this one goes under the Google Map Pack, but in this case it's on top, which is really good exposure. So we're gonna go over that. But just to be able to help you out with this, because I this is your Google Map Pack, right? So if you click onto this, the few things that you want to be able to do in order for you to rank, in this top three, will be, of course, your optimized photos. Those photos have to be embedded with keywords. that will help you be searchable to your sellers, right? So I'm confused with clients, customers, and sellers. But in our industry, real estate in the industry, it's sellers. So if you can do 100 of photos, do that and keep updating. Of course, update your products, update your services. The time is here, and the time has to be consistent all across the internet, right? So your address has to be the same in each and every single post that you have that has your business. Phone number has to be consistent along with your description and your business name. So far the photos wouldn't come up, but the more you put in there, the better. And of course, it helps out to have reviews as well. So we don't have reviews there as of yet, but having that review there will be very, very helpful. All right, so that's Google Map Tag, and that's how for you'll be able to get to this top three, and of course, local Google listing as well. That will help you out. Being in Yelp and being in wherever your competitions are listed. So you have to dominate wherever they're listed plus more. Next will be the website. I see your website is very clean, very patriotic. I love the colors that you have. Your phone number, I would really suggest for it to be clickable so that if they're on there navigating on their phone, then it's going to be easily for them to get a hold of you. I love the fact that you have a form here, so just in case they get a hold of you, then they can drop their information and you won't miss any of those information. So you have your social media here, which goes directly to your social media. So that's really good. I would focus on the keywords that your sellers are utilizing. And we're going to talk more about that because Google loves words. It sends its crawler bots to each and every single website 24/7, 7 days a week. And there are two things that it is looking for. One will be your command content, which is of course those strong words that will help you get ranked, help you be considered as an authority in your industry, right? So right now you have 594 words. So increasing it to 1,500 to 2,000 words will be very helpful. And number two will be the keywords that your sellers are utilizing. For example, we buy houses Arlington or sell my house Arlington. Putting that in your website will be very helpful. Even so, this one is very good. You have that word. If you have keyword in there, that will help out as well because Google is even reading those photos as well. So just a few cleanup there, a few addition, few work, and that will really be helpful for you. So let's go ahead and check and see your competition here. Let me see. I think I have your competition is this. All right. So Cash for Texas houses now. So their website is catering to different areas. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Carrot. So that's the only thing with having a Carrot is that you have ready content, but then at the same time you have to tweak it as to where it's going to be personalized, right? So you can see some keywords incorporated in there. This phone number is not clickable, so that's something that they need to take care of. And they have all these social medias in there, which is good. So having more, a little bit more information in there will help you establish that credibility. That's the most important thing, right? If you can put some photos, some facial presence in there, you are the brand, especially for real estate investment. It's not like real estate agent or broker as to where you have to be looking all really professional. This one, the more sincere, the more genuine you are. If you have family, you can post it in there, the people that you've helped. If you can put some videos in there as well. So let's go ahead and check and see the performance behind this. And I know there's so much information in here. I don't want you to get distracted, but we're just going to be covering this part right here. UR rating will be your trust rating, credibility, kind of credit score. And the highest will be 100. And right now you don't have data. You just launched, so I don't think that it's your website is fully optimized as of yet, which is fine. Of course, that's the reason why we're going over this. And then, of course, one thing too will be the domain rating, DR rating. This is the power of your whole website, right? And both of these has to be relatively the same. Again, for both of them, the highest is 100. So right now your website don't have as much power, but it will once you get to work, these areas right here. So backlinks will be basically just a shout out from another website saying that QMC Properties is the best investment uh, uh, investor, real estate investor out there in Arlington, whichever one you're ranking, right? And of course, you have 4 there, so that's good. So ramping that up, and of course, the domain will be, the website that's hosting those backlinks. And backlinks are made, differently. It varies. Right, it varies in the domain as well because the domain is the ones giving power, credibility, and authority to your website. So being able to ramp this up will help you ramp this up as well. And another thing will be the keyword that we are talking about. So right now in your website, you have these keywords. You lost one, tired landlord, Texas housing market 2021, but we want to be relevant to our sellers. So whatever they're searching for is what we want to be able to use. And that leads me to the performance of your competition. And like I said, they are not just servicing Arlington, they're servicing other areas in Texas. So that's a reason why their domain rating is powerful. They have a few backlinks, but since their website has already been established for a long time, and they are very active in using keywords and all the other work behind the website, and this is the reason why they have this much traffic. So the keywords that they have, which we'll be covering right now, is a lot. And this is another thing that made their traffic a little bit more. I've seen so much more for them, for Cash for Texas, especially in Dallas. They have some of their areas that they focus on have sometimes 200 to 500 traffic. This is the possible traffic in your website if you're doing the right thing. So if you are converting 10% of that, so five deals, if you close 5 deals, then how much is that in the numbers, right? So you want to be able to consider that. And this is besides the traffic that you will be getting from the actual Google business profile. So 2 different things. So I don't want you to get confused, but this one we are referring now to the website. So the website has the keywords of, let's see what they are positioned for. We Buy Houses Arlington, and we know that they are ranked number 1. We already saw that earlier, so they are in page 1. We Buy Houses Arlington, Texas. They are ranked for that as well. So you want to be able to use these words and put them in your website. So this one is just saying that there are about 90 searches for this keyword, and it's easy to rank. Keyword difficulty, the highest it is, the harder for it to rank. So this one you can use in your website. These are easy to rank, and they have this much keyword search volume, right?